so much for coming and seeing your friends. All right, all attention and all eyes up here, guys. Put your phones away, okay? I turned 50. I look good for my age, right?
Yeah.
That's a very important qualifier for my age. You know, I stepped to a woman in her 30s, I'm just a middle-aged creep. So after my second marriage, I found myself single again at 50. See, when I fall in, I'm what you call a serial monogamist. When I fall in love, it's forever. It's usually about 10 years. It's a good run. So after my second marriage, I'm 50. I want to date women who are 40, like I said. I'm keeping it together. I want to date women who are in their 40s. But they are all looking for an LTR. Robert, do you know what an LTR is?
No, I don't.
It is a long-term relationship.
Oh.
Let me ask you something. If you only date somebody who's not seeing anybody else, isn't that the loser pile? I'm just saying. Yeah, I gotta be careful, man. You know, I want to see what's out there. They got this. I have to stop going to the gym because there's this one yoga pose. It's called "My Kids Need a New Stepdad." When done correctly, it ends in matrimony. So, you know, then it's weird if you break up. You know, you're in the same friend group. See her on Facebook. You know. Let me ask you something. Are you dating someone right now?
No.
Okay. Were you ever in a long-term relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you recommend that guy to your friend? No. That is a common answer. But you know, COVID's been a long fucking time. The dating pool's only so wide. I think we need to recycle some of these guys. You know? They're not, well, they are damaged goods, but they're not sloppy seconds. These are certified pre-owned boyfriends. Am I right? Think about it. If you meet somebody on Tinder, that's like taking an Uber. You know? You'll get a name and a description. But until you're on the ride, you're not going to know what it feels or smells like. If you need an ex-Skyfax, right? You can find some shit out, you know? How big's the trunk? Is it full of gas? Is it carpet or, you know, full blown or tranny? How big's the stick? Just how many loads can he deliver? Alright, let me take a look. Cute, when can I take him for a spin? Are you guys ready for your first comic? Let me get the fuck out of the way, because it is ladies' night. Coming to the stage, the very punny, the very talented Leslie Rodriguez.
What's up, Queen?
Hello, everyone. Put this phone in my pocket and get started. Make sure I put the microphone in my face this time. It's a very important thing to remember if you're doing comedy. How's everybody doing? Good? Can't see anyone's faces, so it's just like, you know, just like with the, you know, the mask and the dating. Half the makeup, you know, I say, is it a cheap trick? Is it a model? Now we actually know a model. It's kind of different not to say that anymore. Really good to see a lot of my friends here. You guys are just like my family, except I speak with you. I wish that was a joke. Not really trying to change it though. But yeah, guys, last time I saw a lot of these friends, new friends as well. I was going through a divorce, which is now done. So was my bank account. It was at zero because it was very expensive. Unfortunately, my wife just left me with a pile of bills. I always say that's our children, and then the plants. And you know, I mean, I get it. I'm very short, a little squat, maybe a little boxy, but there was no money shooting out of my slit or my box, so it was a safety deposit box with nothing in it. Wah, wah, wah. But yeah, you know, I always like to tell people in case they don't know, it's Leslie Rodriguez, not Leslie, not Leslie Smith. It's Leslie Rodriguez, basically like Smith of the Latin world. Which is unfortunate given my white skin here. Guys, everyone is like, oh yeah, Rodriguez, is your husband the Latin one? Well, this is about to be a more awkward conversation because, you know, there wasn't one. But, you know, my dad is the Cuban one, also the problematic one. That's where I get that from. My 23andMe is 100% toxic. So, the other 50% was Cuban, so yeah, you got it. I'm 150% of a person, you know. I gotta make up for it somehow. I'm not tall. Although I've been told recently I have tall energy. Monster tall energy. People have heart attacks when they're around me. But my mom is the white one, and I'm just the melanin deficient one. And I'm a little melatonin deaf about some other issues too. Fortunately, they're gay issues, and I'm a gay person, so that's a problem. The gays are the ones that are always trying to cancel me, and I find that to be just fucking ironic and a little twisted, especially Ellen DeGeneres. So one thing she's not generous about, and that's like me. Because I used to have this program, and straight people here, you don't know about it, I guarantee. It's a coupon book for lesbians where they like fill out a little paper and they send it off in the mail and they get a free toaster every time they fuck a straight bitch. And I had toasters. It was like my brave little toaster is what I used to call the girl. Oh, hey there, my brave little toaster. Yeah, I would send them off. I'd get these toasters. I was rolling in toasters. I was like, Ellen DeGeneres' toaster struggle. I was all about it. But then, you know what? She stopped sending them, and I still kept fucking them. But the only thing was, now I always tell them they're going to go to Panini Press because I'm not pressed about their existence. But yeah, problematic ass me. You know, I just lean into what I'm good at, comedy and being a crazy bitch. If you're around later today, you might find out what that actually means. Because I haven't had a single fucking drink. But one of the things that I've been working on too during this pandemic is I've been coming up with a lot of crazy ass ideas for TV shows and like inventions, apps, because I'm not technical, but I mean somebody I know might be. And they might be able to put these ideas to use. So as far as TV shows go, Amazing Racist. I'm thinking like it's like, you heard about this Ku Klux Klan, I don't know. Maybe there's a train involved, I'm not really sure, but you know, on that show, it's like it takes place in like derbies, like roller derbies, and it's all these Klansmen in like their long ass robes, but they're gonna have to have names on the back, so they're gonna have a pillowcase of mistaken identity. Like, they're number 4. Oh, is that number 14? Ooh, Sam? Oh, hey. So they're doing their thing to see who can be the Amazing Race. And another one is called 90 Day Fiancé My Name, Say My Name. It's just trying to find love for the other members of Destiny's Child. You may remember there were like 14 of them. And it was like a real Partridge Family situation. But yeah, like the other one is called Kardashian yet. And like Charlie Sheen, I mean, poor guy, Tiger Blood. He's gonna be driving around a cash cab with one of the Kardashians fucking in the back with some small dick dude. It's like, Kardashians yet? So, I mean, I've got some real promising ideas here. They come to me around 3 o'clock in the morning usually, which is like when the bad idea fairy comes to visit. And I mean, that's not a gay joke. That's just a bad joke. Like, you know, when I'm on Clubhouse, if you don't know what that is, I guarantee you will really be addicted to it. It is an app where you talk to strangers. And then they come to comedy shows. So, shout out to the audience that was paid to be here. Congratulations, this is not an AA meeting, but you probably need one. This is an addiction. Being on Clubhouse is like being on heroin. Everyone's always falling asleep there. And it's killed a lot of people I don't want to die, unfortunately. I should tell my enemies to get on Clubhouse, though. That's what I need to do. Hey guys, one of the other things that during the pandemic and during my divorce and all this crazy ass shit that's been happening to me is I'm in therapy. I mean, I think every person here is probably also. I take a little pulse of the room, I'm pretty sure. Like, you guys have seen a therapist on a regular basis for a while. Mine is one that I just like, but she's not necessarily good. Because I've realized you get to a point in your life where it's like, I just want to, it's too much to fucking find somebody else. Kind of like marriage. It might be why I stayed in my marriage 8 years. But my therapist is super sweet, real hot, and I'm not gonna lie, that helps. I feel a lot better about my flirting game after we meet, but not about my emotional problems or distress. You know, the one thing my family is famous for is trauma dumplings, which is a very, very famous Cuban dish that we make. So that just runs through my veins and right through you also. But yeah, my therapist, I tell her all this stuff, and she's just like, and I'm like, oh, is she even paying attention? But I will tell you, she's like a friend with benefits, but I don't get to fuck her and she doesn't take my insurance, so it's a little bit problematic in that regard. But it's a lot of give and take. Like, she takes my money and gives me praise on my jokes. If she laughs during a session, or I call it a set, it's a good sign for me. It's a really good barometer, because she's real stoic. And anytime I say nice set to anyone now, I'm not talking about comedy, let me tell you right now. I'm talking about your tits. And if you know me, you know that's what I mean, but if you don't, I'm just clarifying. If I see you later and you're not a comic here and I tell you nice set, watch out. And if you're married, definitely watch out. So there's one thing I know, is the type of person I like to date. Usually unavailable, big tits, blonde. And if you're all those things, watch out. You know, my best friend tried to set me up on a couple dates, and I'm like, well, are they smart? They're alright. Like, are they gonna understand these jokes? Like, oh, yeah. Are they married? Yes, they were, and we're still together. But ultimately, I'm really happy to see everybody here tonight, those that I can see, given the glasses and also the darkness. Guys, I just found out one thing. I've been recently diagnosed with a really weird disease that only affects gay people. It's called sleep aids. And the reason I didn't know was most of the symptoms are dormant. And it just caused me not to be woke to the issues. Wah, wah, wah. But guys, thanks so much. I'm Leslie Rogers. You guys have more time.
This is literally the smallest stage we've ever operated on.
Thank you so much.
Give it up for Leslie Rodriguez. So I end up dating women my age, you know? Yeah, women in their 50s, you know, empty nesters. Just by coincidence, I start dating Jewish women. I'm not on my phone like, they are the Jews. Thick in the first year of COVID, I meet this lawyer. We sit 6 feet apart on her porch and drink coffee. Things progress. I'm charming. We're inside. Robert, you ever do heavy petting with the mask and gloves on? It's something. We were following the CDC guidelines until her nipple popped out. And then things progress. I'm charming. Now we gotta sneak past her demented mother/roommate to go upstairs. That is a lot of pressure for a guy my age. Sex with a stranger, COVID, active Jewish mother guilt. Don, you ever wonder what kind of guy buys those dick pills next to the checkout at the gas station? This guy. Listen, this isn't the NCAA. There are no rules against performance-enhancing substances, and I came to ball, am I right? This next comic, I fucking love this woman so much. In the thick of COVID, when nobody wanted to do shit, we were doing sketch comedy. We did Philly Jeopardy. She killed it. We did Philly Jeopardy again last Sunday. And she's playing an uptown girl in the next episode. And you'll be able to see that on our Instagram starting next Monday. There'll be a reel a day for like 3 or 4 days. The very funny Christy Knuckle.
Find my center of gravity on 5'2", and I'm in 4-inch heels.
heels. Do I need to adjust this? We're good. Yeah, I don't leave my house very often, so then like this is rare. So can I get a shout out? Like, I got paid to be here and I still wanted to cancel. We don't leave our houses anymore. So, a lot of my comedy is about being a hoe, and I just want you guys to know, like, I am the Samantha of my friends group. I do the legwork so you guys don't have to. Okay? So, one of my biggest taglines is I wrote the hoe handbook. What is a hoe handbook? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Number one, we don't have sex on February 14th. So I know I look like a blonde bombshell, but we're not fucking tonight, baby. February 15th or after. I don't want another Scorpio, okay? I already have a November baby. Motherfucker is a nightmare, okay? Like, we don't want to. Okay? So rule number one in the hoe handbook is this right here. It's a hair tie around the wrist. So the most important part of having a hoe in your handbook is to have a hair tie around your wrist. We are willing to suck dick for at any time. Alright? Again, Samantha of my friends, I do the legwork so you don't have to. Right? Like, been in trouble? Okay. Anytime you're in trouble, babe, just give me a call. I'm willing to take one for the team, okay? I'm not doing a microphone, so work with me here. Are there any military or service members in the audience right now? Okay, good, because you're not going to like this, okay? So, I have a big military fetish. I don't know, I just turned 30, so I don't know if it's the age or whatever the case may be. I just like a man in uniform, okay? I have fucked every member of the service, so you don't have to. So here's the breakdown. Okay, Air Force. If you fuck a man in the Air Force, just be ready to be wiped the fuck up immediately. That man will tell you he loves you after 45 seconds. 3-stroke, that's it. It may be great, it may not, but just understand you're in a committed relationship and please use protection unless you want babies, okay? They got great benefits, okay? All right. For hours. That work, baby, okay? But their stroke game is trash, okay? It's good for you if you're okay with 3 to 4 rounds of mediocre dick. If not, stray away from them. We don't fuck with them, okay? We don't talk about the Coast Guard. Anybody in the service will understand we don't even consider them part. It's fine, we don't talk about them. So I'm not even going to include them in my jokes. So far we've been through the Air Force. We haven't gotten to the Navy, though, which is the most important, okay? Most Navy guys are bisexual. They don't want your kinky, so write that down, that's important. Navy will let you play with their ass. Army, it's a toss-up. But Navy, like, absolutely, they're with it. Like, at least to the second knuckle of your finger, okay? They got you, okay? They got you. So, as a bisexual myself, like, hide your husbands and your wives, okay? That's it. I won't go too deep into the Navy because we don't fuck with them very much. They're kind of like a last resort, last ditch effort. Like when you want dick at 3 in the morning and nobody else is answering, you're gonna go for those Navy guys, okay? Now we're gonna stray to my personal favorite, which is the Marines. Does anybody have family or anybody in the Marines? Nothing? Cool, I got you. Absolute animals. Personal favorite, okay, baby? Them guys, you absolutely know without a doubt they are a sneaky link. There is no commitment after. You're fucking and you're leaving and that's it. There's no confusion. They will not commit to you. They do not care. Okay? But I will give you a word of advice. Do not touch their fucking butt. They don't want no parts. That's a good way to strike their PTSD. Like, they don't want no parts. But they will do that freaky shit that you're asking for. The ropes, the ties, the plugs, all that. They got you, okay? Just don't tell anybody. Because you're not in a committed relationship. They don't want no parts. Okay? I like to identify as a menace to society. I know identification is a big deal, so just so you guys know, I identify as a menace. My trademarks are ADHD and triple D. Okay? Most of mine making people uncomfortable. I like to make men uncomfortable. Again, I'm bisexual, so I fuck men and women. I will not date women. They're too emotional for me. I can't have any parts. But men, I just like to feel very uncomfortable. Why do you say that? Well, because I have baby hands and the power, baby. I can make anything look big with these motherfuckers. Anything looks big to these, okay? I can get my nails done so that bitch looks big. If I got acrylics, it will look smaller. I can get a 3-inch dick look at a box of Godzilla dick, okay? Okay? I do that? Well, I hit men with what's called the double bounce. Do you know what the double bounce is? Do we have any big titty bitches double deep fire? Have you ever hit a man with the double bounce? All right, so you know when you're walking around, you're walking down the steps, you're walking around town, your shit bounces. It's just a habit. It just happens. When I go down the steps, I like to make sure they hit it twice. I have made men fall on their faces. I have made men make their girlfriends angry as fuck. Like you're just taking that second glance. It's the double bounce. It's important. Note that down. It's important, okay? The double bounce is a big game, okay? Now I don't know if you guys can tell, but I don't get asked out very much. Unfortunately, a lot of my joke is humor, so most men that hit me up want to smash, but I'm just like, I'm literally God's gift to mankind, okay? Okay, I speak 2 languages, I have triple D tits, and I've got an hourglass figure. Please, tread carefully. So I'm actually going to leave it at that. Does anybody have children here? Before I end up, anybody have children? Okay, I have a 9-year-old son. Is anybody a single parent? No? Okay, well I'm going to shed some light on that topic here because it is important. It is very hard to be a hoe and a single parent. I try my best. I even pay for a 3-bedroom apartment. I work 2 jobs to make sure that shit happens, okay? Why do I have a 3-bedroom apartment? Just so I can get fucked. Not being disturbed, okay? But even so, it still happens. So I'm not one to use name calling in the bedroom. I don't like pet names. I don't like babe, all that kind of shit. However, there was one guy I was really into, and that dude could lay the pipe down, okay? So I was calling that motherfucker daddy in 3 languages, okay? All right? So one night we're going at it. I'm Boppy, I'm Botter. Like, I'm all different languages in that bitch. Next thing I know, my door kicks open. Bang! Here's my son, like the Kool-Aid man, thinking his daddy came back. So imagine having to explain that to he's almost 10 now at this point, but like, no, he's not coming back. But see, one time when a man loves a woman, we don't say that to our kids anymore. When's the last time you'd use that for a sex talk for your kid?
Oh, like never.
Never. You never say when a man loves a woman. You say when a man likes the way a woman is shaped. Or if a man knows his shit won't go public. That's the way we talk to our kids now, because that's our generation. So I'm going to leave it at that. Again, my name is Christy Canoe. Thank you so much for coming in, everybody. Titty pictures. Well, no, because titty pictures are normally $40, but after the show, it's absolutely free. I got you.
Good job, Christy Canoe. Come back on Instagram and see her next week in Philly Jeopardy. She's hilarious. If you caught, it wasn't a show the week before, you heard Romy Rosner. Romy's somebody that I've wanted to get to know better. I think she's hilarious. She's an absolute queen in Philadelphia. You could see her doing a show almost any Saturday night, and she is killing it weekdays at the Raven Lounge. One of the, if not the funniest woman in Philadelphia, Romy Rosner.
Hey, Greenwich, what's going on? How are we feeling? Give it up for Christy one more time. That's fucking awesome. I love after her set, I feel like I've never had sex before. I was like, what is going on? I'm a little scared right now. I felt like I had no tits. I don't know. And I do. I hide them because it's -3 in here. I love it. I love the seance lighting in here too. I don't know. I think she started it, you know what I'm saying? Why is nobody in here American? Everybody in here's got an accent, right? You have an accent?
Yeah, I'm Australian.
You're Australian?
Hey!
That's fucking awesome. You flush the other way. That's weird. But I'll get over it. I'll get over it. I don't know. You guys trying to better yourselves at all? You guys trying to better yourself? You can't. You're old. And that's rough. I don't know. Can you reverse time? Just stop being old, dude. It's not that hard. I don't know. I feel like if I asked you guys for a Werther's original, you'd give me 10. You'd be ready at the hand. He was already going for it. I love it. Are you guys? It's Valentine's Day. Give it up for that. That's Dude, when old people date, that's crazy. I don't know. I just feel like their motto was fuck AIDS, you know? I don't know. Whoa, not a big AIDS crowd, alright? I didn't know it was fucking Greenwich in the... I can't actually, I think this mic is from the 60s, I'm getting it right now. But it's worth it. It's worth it. No, this is a beautiful room. It's Valentine's Day, and I'm doing a mic, and my mom's with me. So, you know, everything's on track for me. Thank you. It's fun. I was doing some mics, and, you know, she kind of lurks behind me because she's a freak. And she lurks behind me. It's fun because people are like, who's that with you? And I just do a different answer every time. Like today I said parole officer. And everybody was really edgy about that. And then sometimes if I'm at like a comedy show here, I'm like, she's management. She keeps me grounded. She's like, 2-drink minimum, relax, Romy. You know? It's a good time though. I'm trying to better myself though, you know what I mean? Like this morning I put lemon in my water. I was like, dude, I'm gonna live forever, you know what I mean? But it's hard to better yourself when you live at home. Anyone here live at home? Okay. Oh, you're all fucking success stories? Okay. Wait, is anybody who does live at home?
I live in my home.
Oh, you live in your home. Oh, Mr. Big Guy. I pay rent. I skip around my dining room. Relax. We know about you. Well, I live at home. You guessed that, though. No, I live at home. And it's tough, because my mom just got a Ring doorbell. So now my... It's not funny yet. I love dum-dums that come to the show. No, that's so rude. I fucking love it. No, but my mom just got a Ring doorbell, so now my weed guy's gonna wear a gimp suit. It's tough. Is this not a big weed crowd? No? Some ganja gummies up in here? I don't know what that means. Give it up for double D's. I don't know. Yeah, she got it. I'm really scared for the meet and greet after, Ann. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna get hit. It's okay, I know nothing. But yeah, I live at home. Like the other day, my mom was like, when are you gonna pay rent? Right? Ooh, right? And I was like, I don't know, when are you gonna remember I fucking like them sunny side up? You know what I'm saying? I treat her as well as she deserves. She's a dirty Jew. Are there any Jews here? Oh, gross. I forgot it's New York. I usually do Philly shit. Oh, I fucking hate the Jews. I hope that's the clip that they post. I really do. Can we mark it? I hate the Jews, even though I live with 2 of them. And but my mom, she's such a fake. She's only half. I feel like you know what I mean? It's like enough of that. But I wanna. So there is a Jew here. Cool. I could smell him. Sometimes I'll ask people, are there any Jews in the crowd? And then people will be like, woo, and I'm like, dude, that's how they got us the first time. You know what I'm saying? Fucking keep it down, you know? Keep it down. No, if I'm ever feeling really lonely and I want like a Jew to talk to, I'll just rub gefilte fish on my palm. They come running. They're on all 4s. This guy knows what's up. But I want to make an ancestry site for Jewish people called 23 and how much? It's a good time. It is a good time. You guys watching any movies at all? You guys a movie crowd? They're watching black and white film pictures. You got that? Yeah, you got that right. Yeah. Lady Duncan? I don't know. Yeah, we got Downton Flabby over here. I don't know. That's rude. I don't even know what I'm saying. It is funny. Who said it's funny?
That's fine, no comment.
Oh, okay. I like validation from the crowd. It's good. But when a comic validates me, I'm like, oh, I've lost my mind. I'm off the rails. I watched this movie. I just watched this movie on Netflix the other day. It's called The Guilty. Did you guys see it? Movie on Netflix. It's about a 911 operator. I don't think I'd be a very good 911 operator, just because whenever I hear about drama, I get really girly, you know? So they call in, they'd be like, beep, 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 and I'd be like, yo. And they'd be like, oh my god, my boyfriend just tried to murder me. And I'd be like, oh my god. Stop. Are you serious? He's He's obsessed with you, like, you know. But I watch movies and I get Wawa. I'm from Philly. Do you guys know what Wawa is? Philly in the house? Yeah, and Ann calls me the queen of Philly. I'm like, that just means I do ketamine. That's really what that is. I'm wearing a jacket to cover the fucking, my marks. No, I'm clean, Mom. Take me home. But yeah, I get Wawa. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can get free coffee at Wawa on Tuesdays. If this is true, you can get free coffee at Wawa on Tuesdays. And the commercial said, you can do that because, quote, you made it through Monday. I didn't know Wawa was working with the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, you know what I mean? I went in the other day to get a hoagie, and they were like, do you want pickles, mayo, or just to talk? You know? So I was like, all right. That's really weird. This is a youngish crowd besides these two, but I love them. I love them. Give it up for these two. You know what it is? You know what it is? I was here early and I saw them walk in and they were so worried where to sit. They were like, because she doesn't want to sit up front to get yelled at. I gotta make fun of Scarf over here. If it's my last dying wish, I put it in my will. I was making fun of these Ukrainian usurpers. I don't know what any of those words mean. Isn't that fun? I learned English yesterday. So did she. She's Australian. Oh, good day. Good night. I don't know. Where was I? Grandparents, fucking, oh yeah, I know. Do you guys know Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah!
Oh, fuck yeah, okay, cool. If you don't know, yeah. Alright, beret. I was gonna wear a leather beret too, and then I was like, wait, my IQ's over 100. I don't know. No. Dude, an all-female lineup, all our cycles just synced. No, not the really thin one. She definitely doesn't get a period. But if you guys don't know about Jimmy Neutron, he was a boy genius from Retroville. All right, with two of the stupidest fucking parents on planet Earth, okay? Hugh and Judy. And this poor kid Jimmy had to go to school every day with his heathen classmates. Dude, I watched all 3 seasons of that show hoping he'd shoot up the school, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm gonna leave you guys on this, and I know you want more, you know what I mean? I think we've had a great time. Had a good time. I've been doing comedy for a while, which is cool, and I feel like I finally made it because I was recently offered cocaine. Are you guys familiar? They were around when it was invented, and it was called cocaine. No, I don't know. I met a British guy earlier, and that's all I can think about. But I was offered cocaine, and I didn't want to be like a pussy about it. You know what I mean? So this guy offered me cocaine, and I was like, oh, I just had some. I'm full. You know what I mean? Thank you guys so much. I've been Romy Roser.
Yes! What a killer set. Oh my God, so fucking funny. Let's keep hanging out. I'm into you. Next. You've seen her almost every time you've seen me. You'll hear her next Thursday on Pascetty Presents on Clubhouse. Please give it up for the Bonnie to my Clyde, Ashley Michelle Fowler.
So this bitch just played the Laugh Factory on Thursday night, so naturally I'm in the basement of some fucking sketchy ass club in you know, sure, I just got back from LA. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all! Anyone have a Valentine tonight? Yay, I do, and I'm assuming the rest of you have suicide pacts with your cats. Thanks for spending your last hour with us here. Oh God. Apropos of nothing, I just want to put it out there, I love the Jews. Especially any of you who are agents in the room, I'm not yet represented. was saying about every vaccination is that the symptoms vary so much, right? It used to be you'd get the flu shot, everyone's arm was sore for a couple of days, we moved on. Now, people report all kinds of symptoms for variable amounts of time. So you'll have one person be like, oh yeah, I got my shot, but I was on my pillow. 5-week fever! And it just got me thinking, like, if we actually don't know what the symptoms are or how long they last, what if we used each vaccination? I was gonna go down on you, but then I got back. Sure, I was gonna eat your ass, but I got back. Yeah, I got bags because I got bags. I'm triple bags. Listen, like I said, I am here with my sweetheart. I'm really excited, and that's especially awesome. I just turned 36, and I just found that it's really difficult dating in your 30s. And I regularly get carded at pharmacies, bars, movie theaters. Yeah, that's right. I can't see an R-rated movie without my mom there to give me permission. And they'd be like, hey girl, and I'd be like, creep, pervert, stranger, danger! So I'm really hoping this works out because I can't go back out there in that market. Yeah, and before I found my sweet man over there, I had been in a relationship, and why I thought it was going to last is beyond me, in that, we shared our first kiss on this very romantic night in October. It was a moonlit sky, it was just like the right temperature, and we smooched in front of a place known as Murder Mart. Because, nothing to seal the deal of true love like the threat of a drive-by shooting. And because I am unendingly awkward, when that relationship ended a few years ago and I was back on the market, I saw an ad in the local newspaper for a singles event at a local church. Now, as a good Christian girl, I thought, okay, like, I'm single, Christian, it's right down the road, why not? And get to the church, and I look around, and, well, everybody looks like this couple over here. I'm always very fashionably early because that's who I am. So in my mind, I thought, well, look, it's a church, of course, multi-generational, and only the nerds get to an event on time. So I sit down and I'm talking to some folks, and then I realize that a couple of them have wedding rings on. Really getting confused at this point. Ministry with the recovery ministry. That's right, I found myself in a church full of divorcees, widowers, and addicts. Right. The awkward didn't end. Because I don't know how to leave. I stayed for the event. What was I going to do? I spent so much time obsessing over how I was going to dress for this church event, because anyone who's been involved in a religious community, there's like that, whole balance between sexy and demure, like I call it the slutty pilgrim. Like, yeah, I was wearing my leggings, but not these riding boots, like I wore flats. There was a little top of the foot action. Yeah, like one of those tunics where sometimes the sleeve comes down and you see a little shoulder. So, I had to stay. After consuming about 5 different versions of seasonless goulash and being invited to play a game of volleyball with the 60-somethings, I decided I was going to play cards, because here's the deal. Like, if I was playing volleyball with them, it would have ended in 2 ways. Neither would have been desirable. Either I would have dominated in a way that was offensive and just left there saying, like, yeah, I kicked all these old people's asses, or, more likely, was that they were going to kick mine. I just saw myself as like one of the kids in the Billy Madison schoolyard. Billy Madison just comes up to me like, you're in trouble. Card game, and of course I do, and we are betting for nickels and dimes.
Hey!
Mm-hmm. About 8:30, I look at the clock and I'm like, damn, it's 8:30. These people aren't even close to done. So I made an excuse that my bedtime was approaching. I left there with $1.10 in earnings and my dignity behind me. Yeah. Whatever I can do to make this work. I need it. I love that we're in the Village. This is one of my favorite places in the city. And like my love for the Jews, I also love the gays. Any gays in the house? Yeah. We got some gays, gay adjacents. We love it. Yeah. What I don't love are gay racists. Yeah, and we see some of those, because there are these pretty white boys who don't understand that your gayness doesn't cancel out all of the ignorance you hold, right? So they're getting together and bedazzling their robes. These are the guys that on their way to the gay KK rally, they're comparing the whites of the robes, that's more off-white. I don't know. Alabaster? Mine's porcelain. Whatever, the whiter the better. White power, bitches! They're all like, is that an AR-15 under your robe? Or you just happen to see me? Hey! And sure, they're burning crosses, but that's just because they know white Jesus doesn't love the gays anyways. Yeah. Speaking of the gays, as I often do as a cishet woman, I have a friend who was telling me recently that sometimes on Tinder, or Grindr rather, gay men will put in their bio, the smaller the penis, the better. Yeah, agreed, sis. I'm with you, and I'm not here to judge because, there's a penis for everybody. I like bigger the better over here, but whatever, smaller, better. Cool. It just had me thinking, if there's a market for micro-peens, is there maybe then also an untapped market for micro-dildos? And if so, maybe we don't even need to invent something new. Maybe we just repurpose a everyday household item, let's say the Q-tip, the micro-dildos of the future. If I hadn't made it painfully clear, I really love men, I do. And I knew this from a young age. They ask you, when did you know you were straight? Immediately. My first crush was this laid-back guy who ate a lot of pizza but was really into martial arts. And sure, he was a green cartoon turtle, but don't tell me you didn't want Michelangelo to cowabunga all over you. And then I was 3 years old, and I was convinced I was going to marry Ted Danson. That 1-2 punch of Cheers and 3 Men and a Baby. I just wanted to go anywhere Sam Malone knew my name. But the one who can really get it, the guy who's always had my heart, Dick Van Dyke. Yeah. And by that A, I can tell you've seen the videos of him dance. Dick can get it at 180 or however old he is. Mary, let's get things poppin'. Chitty chitty bang bang me right now. Dick Van Dyke, diagnosis murder. My vagina. Murdered my vagina, Dick. Oh God, okay. I'll leave you with this non sequitur. So some of you may have heard that Dr. Oz is running for the United States Senate. Yeah. If anyone's not familiar with Dr. Oz, he's a TV talk show. He is convinced that coffee and raspberries are the secret to weight loss. However, I do a cup a day, and I have my pair of raspberry Pop-Tarts, and somehow I keep gaining. Explain that to me, sir. And when Dr. Oz was asked why he was running for U.S. Senate, he said, to fix us and help heal our problems. Sir, this is not a platform with which to solve worldwide pandemic. This is what you say to your spouse to convince them to go to marriage counseling. But the thing is, I actually don't even blame Dr. Oz for his insanity or the fact that we're familiar with it. You know who I blame? Oprah. Hey, hear me out, okay? We've got Dr. Oz, fake medicine, Dr. Phil, fake therapy, Bad Baby, fake blackness. And we wouldn't know who any of these psychos were if it wasn't for Heartbreak Productions. Oprah's out here like, you gonna quack, you gonna quack, you gonna quack, you're all gonna die! Hey everybody, thank you, your amazing audience, give it up for us here.
Michelle Fowler. year comic, straight out of Clubhouse, Broadway Comedy Club, Greenwich Village Comedy Club, LA Laugh Factory. That's quite a resume. It's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Many more great things to come. Now, are you guys ready for your headliner? Okay. Before I bring her up, let me just tell you a little bit about how I got to know Michelle Trina. So we got very. I mean, we do comedy, and we're from New Jersey, but like, if you know what North Jersey and South Jersey are like, it's a different planet. And so, you know, I'm out of South Jersey repping Philly. She's out of North Jersey, headliner Broadway Comedy Club with a very successful show, The Divorce Diaries. And very much like an Indian couple, we were just forced together.
So my OCD I have to do is I know, I'm still with the COVID, so I'm switching microphones.
Oh.
Love that.
I don't even know, honestly. Hi guys, how are you? Okay, it's right here. You want me to leave it here? Happy Valentine's. That is why I got divorced. Okay? I want to like reenact a Valentine's Day carol tonight. I want the ghost of my exes to show up.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not going to be mad. I'm just going to be like, oh my gosh, you guys care. And then at the end, the Grim Reaper is going to point to my grave and say, this is why you die alone. And I can't help but think, are you single? He's tall, dark, and handsome. He doesn't have a ring. He doesn't have a finger, so how hard can it be to land this thing? You know what I mean, right? Well, a long time ago, I was like, I'm a happy person. And a long time ago, I was miserable. I know, I was married. So when I tell people I'm divorced, I get a mix of reactions, right? Like I get, like you just won the lottery. Oh my gosh, my husband's best friend Steve, he just got divorced. I should give him your number. How about I just give him your address? You guys should go out. He's 3 weeks sober. Yeah, winner, right? Or I get like spouses, right? They hear I'm divorced and they cling on to their husband. Well, we're going to Disney next month. Stop looking at her. Because Disney cures marriage. Right? Over here, Disney cures marriage, right? My ladies, my friends, over here. Marriage, divorce, Disney causes marriage? I don't know.
I'm with it.
I was hearing it, so I was like, I want to get in this action over here, right?
I'm with it. Disney
That's right.
anything, baby. I'm with it.
That's right. I've been feeling a lot of self-doubt lately. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't thank you. No, the man said no. Okay, that's good. I'm glad. You have a beautiful woman on your arm. I love it. I don't know if I've been feeling the self-doubt because I just turned 40 or if it's because I just turned 40. Boom. That's what they in my youth degree. Alright, so let me go back to my jokes. Let me just tell you that I really am a happy person, but lately I've been feeling down about myself. I'm like, what's going on? I find out this Mercury is in retrograde. Every time this planet is around some sort of Pluto-Jupiter thing, my life is in the toilet. My bank account's in overdraft. I'm crying in the fetal position because some guy that I dated 5 years ago is not returning my text message because we're married. And then I look in the mirror and I have like some big cystical acne popping up from my chin. Acne is the longest relationship I've ever had. Go away! Like, what is that? So, I don't know. I feel like my whole marriage, the explanation for that, because me and my ex-husband are opposites. Like, polar opposites, not that are good, but like, not salt and pepper, sugar and gasoline. Like, keep away from children opposite, you know? So I blame Mercury. Like, we're the opposite. Like, I perform, he's an engineer. I talk, he mumbles. He's an engineer. He puts houses together, but he can't put sentences
you ever try co-parenting with a mumbler? Hey, great. Hey, can you pay for your half of the extracurricular activities? Can you come to the parent-teacher conference? I married Charlie Brown's mom. I grew up in an Italian Catholic household, so I love being Italian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're so neurotic, right? Like, and I was Catholic, so I woke up apologizing with the shits. Like, irritable bowel syndrome originated in the house that I woke up. We are so anxious. My mom is so anxious she gives Xanax anxiety. I'm telling you right now, like, if you think you can find, if you find something you can't worry about and you present it to my mother, she'll find something to worry about. Mom, do you like my manicure? Where did you go get it done? It was at that place in Amputated. This year, or actually last year, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And I told my mom, and she's like, she probably caught that from her father. Mom, it's not lice, it's our genes. I say this because I am a reflection of my mother's a reflection of me. So when I find out my daughter has ADHD, I'm like, wait, so... And all my friends were like, oh, you're getting it now, Michelle, good job. And the thing is, like, I'm not your typical school mom. Okay, all the school moms are on these keto diets. I'm on a Vito diet, because Vito gives me half off at the corner store from Mozzarella. And if I don't wear a bra, it's free. I'm on the outskirts at drop off. I'm always on the outskirts because usually I forget to wear one. And it's been so long, I've looked down here and taken care of it, you might as well think I'm wearing pants. This is a new, some of you, if you listen to this on Clubhouse, I've been working this new section out, but it's like, lately, this PTO, you know, the parent-teacher organization, or what I like to call the parents that ostracize. I'm fucking joking, right? They like to say, we're all inclusive. No, you're not. Because we just had Christmas, and I've gotten at least 5 different fundraisers in my inbox. The American Heart Association walk. If the student who donates the most gets to lead a warm-up. I'm not even kidding. This is what the email said. And I look at it and say, okay, I don't understand. Why can't I just go down to the American Heart Association, give them the money? What is this going towards for real? And it says, for student activities. I bring my daughter to public school. Do you know what the activity is? No. School! What? Yes, please clap. I'm like, and I feel it's like we either pay for the PSC&G or for this donation for the PTO. So, yeah, I've been having this. Okay, so I was a full-time teacher. Any teachers here? Okay, great. I went back to being a comic and an actor full-time. I was a theater teacher, and I loved teaching theater. I loved kindergarten. That was my favorite age group because they put their finger in the eye, their ear, their mouth, and in their butt, and then they wipe it all over your face. And then you get cocksacky, and you have to call out for 3 days. Pre-pandemic, I loved that, right? Like now, who knows? You gotta always be coughing. You don't know what you're doing. You're going in. You're not going in. And let me tell you something. You can do anything to a kindergartner. You get so mad at them, they forgive you, right? You guys were talking during lunch. You are not getting recess. And then 5 minutes later, they'll see you in the hallway, and they'll be like, Miss Trainer, can I have a hug? Why can't the 45-year-old men that I date get that? I taught middle school too, middle school theater, and you're not allowed to say no to children in school. It's called positive reinforcement. Model the behavior you'd like to see. Well, I would like to see you not in school and I would slap your mother, but then I'd get in trouble. That's so mean. So this one boy kept touching a girl. He was like, Chris, please keep your hands and feet to yourself. Chris, please keep your hands and feet to yourself.
Ew.
Chris, that's it. I'm writing you up. His respect to your boss, and you just started to wrap me up. I teach kids with special needs, and I date men with special needs. Yes, that's my tagline for Divorce Diaries. And all men, yes, they do. But people, some people think like they actually you like physical disabilities, Michelle? No, they're like allergic to my commitment pheromones, you know? At divorce, I believed everything that a guy would say to me, you know? I was like, this is gonna be so great. I'm gonna really find the one. Now, 6.5 years later, yo, my ex is crazy. What did you do to drive that woman to a mental illness? Because honestly, we all have it in us. It's this alarm. It's like the fire alarm at school. You know, you're not supposed to pull it unless there's an emergency. And they're right, but there's always that one kid. I don't want to pull the alarm. I want to see what happens. He's always got to pee, too, that kid. I date that guy. And then, when they, pull it, they're surprised that mass chaos has ensued. Why? I was just sleeping with her. It's just sex. For women, it's never just sex. When are you going to realize this? I don't care what we say to you. And lately I've been getting from some of my male friends, like, Michelle, you just like the bad guys. Listen, you know what you do. You come bearing gifts. You look at me and you say, oh, you're such a great mom. You're the whole package. You know, it's like, because here's the thing. Oh, this is my favorite one. They look at you and they go, you listen. Newsflash, all women listen. Let me tell you. Oh, okay. Well, okay, maybe not every single one, like, my ex-husband's girlfriend's got to have a mute button on that one. But most of us, like, God did not put that mute button like he put it on for you, right? Because we have this thing within us, right? We have this empath, nurturing thing where all of a sudden you start telling us about your father who left your mother for her sister and married her in Puerto Rico, had 5 more children, and ignored you, and that's why you have daddy issues, and that's why we have issues because you treat me the same way. So I can feel you, I can help, right? It's a big problem. And then he loses women after we sleep with you. Don't get a tad disinterested. Every single man I've slept with, every single, I'm not blaming you guys, please. Every single man I've slept with, after the first time I get down on my knees, PV strands, and I have to get my daughter vaccinated at 9 because I don't want her to have a hysterectomy when she turns 30 because some boy at 15 is going to look at her and be like, you're amazing. So when I first got divorced, I fell in love with this, like, I have a thing for Latin guys, like, big, thick, burly Latin men. I did a joke wrong, but so, like, this first guy was a big, thick Puerto Rican cop. Yeah. This bleeds blue. Okay, that's gross. So, he and I really connected it, and all his friends were setting me up. They're like, Michelle, this guy is really loyal. The second you hear loyal, a woman hears loyal, and this is what starts happening. Shh. Shh. No, I guess that doesn't work. I'm waxing. That's a new bit. Hang on to it because it's coming back later so I have to fix that then. Maybe it's not wax. So I hear Loyal, he's a detective too, so his schedule is always shifting, you know? He's like, there's a stakeout, there's a stabbing, there's a steak. So he was working, right? So then, like, of course, when I would be working, that is when he would text me, "What are you doing?" And of course, that's the day that I would be working, so I'd call out sick, I'd find a sub to cover all my dance classes, I'd beg my mom to watch my daughter and lie to her because if I told her I had a date with a cop, she'd be like, "Is he married? Because most cops are married and they lie. What neighborhood does he live in? That's a bad neighborhood, Michelle. You've ever taken a contraceptive because you can't get pregnant, you still get pregnant at 40, you know that, Michelle. I can't take care of another baby." I know that I have to be free because if I'm not going to see him for another month because there's going to be another stakeout stabbing somewhere in Outback Steakhouse, and he's going to get distracted. He's going to get distracted by a shiny object in the road or his fantasy football team that went to the playoffs, and our relationship will be in the gutter because I didn't make myself available on the night that he asked me, "What are you doing?" Anybody else go to those lengths? Yeah! How much time do I have? Because I have another bit. Okay, good. So then, like, I know because I have this whole thing with this next guy, too, that comes next. But this guy, he kept canceling on me, too, like, last minute. Each time it would get more weird. Like, the first time it was, you know, I was almost out the door. He texted me, he's like, "Yo, I gotta drive my mom to Philly." And I didn't get it. I was like, "Oh, great, are we having dinner in Philly? Where's she getting dropped off?" She's like, "Yo, that's my mom's." Anytime you meet a man in his 40s and he uses mom in plural, run. Yeah, I take the red flags and decorate for Valentine's Day. So then the next time it gets worse, I don't even find out in text message. He posts on Facebook, his dog died. And so again, I didn't get it. I was like, "So does this mean Panera at 1 instead of noon?" "Y'all gotta drive my dog to Philly." Your dog's dead. Dig a hole in the backyard and let's get some croissant coffee. So then the third time it was like, I'm 100% telling you this is real excuses he used. This is the beauty of it. And I invited him tonight. He's like, "Yo, you're gonna put me in the act." I'm like, "Yes, that's why I would like you to come." So then the third time he goes, "Yo, my niece tried to commit suicide. I'm gonna drive her to Philly." So I said at 8. So everybody's like, "Michelle, he has a girlfriend or wife in Philly. Stop talking to him." So I said, you know what? I do what any teacher's gonna do. I don't want to give up on my student. That sounds weird, because no, I know, okay, so he was from the street, like a big, thick guy, and I was like, how can I get through to a cop from the street? I wrote him a persuasive essay, and I delivered it to his house unannounced. I did do this. Just remember, we're still talking, and no one was arrested. So I bring it to his house, and I got, like, really heated with him, and he was refusing to take the... He's like, "Yo, you just hit a cop." And I was like, "For the divorce." It had been so long that I needed to use the chainsaw first before the wax. I appreciate you. I don't know if that's really funny or just gross. Right. So, but you get, I was turned on, so I figured let's take out the chainsaw, see what we're working with down there. Yeah. Jesus Christ. So, he used to say this to me, he's like, my unique trait in Hollywood is my integrity. I'm serious. He says this on his profile. And so I of course have the empath spidey sense kicking in. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna marry you." And so I sleep with him, and he doesn't talk to me again. But here's the problem. Women, we know this. Men, you know that we listen and we remember. So I found him, and I was like, "You're a liar. You're a user." And he's like, "Stop playing the victim." I was like, "Well, He's like, this is why you're single. Everyone's like, take the high road. I was like, I'm Sicilian. The only road I take is beneath the knees. So I take a deep breath. I'm like, listen, you Cuban golem. The only integrity you had was your hair, and like your wife, it left. Your integrity is like gold, the kind of gold you buy in a corner jewelry store in a strip mall in Newark, New Jersey. I slept with you, and now I have a green ring around my vagina. The only movie you should know, The Wizard of Oz, so you can play the mayor of Munchkinland. Go find the Lollipop Guild to find out how you get to the center of a woman's clit, and it's not by biting it. The man I shouldn't date. We welcome you to 3 months of antidepressants.
Yeah. So come to that. March 20th, we'll be back at Broadway. You guys love Jay Simpson and Claudia Schreiber. Their show that was canceled in January is rescheduled for March 20th. So come out and see me again. We're having a clubhouse meet up in Philly. Philly-ish. March 5th. So here's what happened. We couldn't get a venue actually in the city. So we're going to do an afternoon in Philadelphia. We're going to go to Reading Terminal, we're going to get something to eat, and we're going to walk through Old City, and then we're going to end up on South Street, and then we're going to go to the show in lovely Merchantville, New Jersey, with myself, Ashley Michelle Fowler, Jay Simpson, and Claudia Schreiber. Alright? Checks are coming down, don't leave. I like the comics over here so I can get your pictures. And we are going to Off the Wagon, right on this block after the show. Off the Wagon. Alright, thanks for coming.
This one's free.
cards you got when you were 20.
Oh, they're great.
It was a terrible card. It's exactly like first legacy or like first national credit card. Like the and it's like $5 more credit limit. Must make money. And I just